Ever look at your bank account and
Where
just
on
wonder,
earth did all my money
feels
go?
familiar?
If that's
You are in exactly the right place. In this
so,
explainer,
where
all the noise to give you some simple, really
strategies you can
powerful
start
using today to save money fast. Does this feel familiar? You know, that feeling that no matter how hard you work, no matter what you earn, there's just never enough left over at the end of the month? It's such a frustrating cycle, but I promise you, it is one you can absolutely break. And here's the good news. This isn't about luck. It's about strategy. Taking control of your finances is a skill, just like anything else. And we're about to walk through the 4 key phases to help you master it, starting right now. Okay, before you can even think about saving a dime, you have to know where your money is actually going. This first step is all about awareness. It is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. And honestly, it's usually the most eye-opening part of this whole process. So here's a simple challenge for you. For just 1 week, 7 days, track every single dollar you spent. I mean, everything. That morning coffee, a subscription that renews, your rent. You can use an app, a plain old notebook, whatever. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is that you remember the goal here. Zero judgment. This is just about gathering the facts to see the real story of your spending. And you know, as you're tracking everything, start asking yourself, why do I want to save? Is it for an emergency fund so you can sleep better at night? To finally kill off that credit card debt? A down payment on a car? Having a clear, specific goal is what gives you the motivation to turn this awareness into real action. It's your why. All right, once you have that data, it's time for some quick wins. This phase is all about making immediate cuts that give you fast results. This is how you build momentum and, prove to yourself that you can totally do this. This is probably the easiest place to start. Let's do a subscription audit. Take a really hard look at all those automatic monthly payments, streaming services, that gym membership you haven't used in 6 months, that random app you subscribed to and completely forgot about. They add up so much faster than you think. Now, check this out. What does this number mean? Well, if you find and cut just $100 in unused subscriptions a month, which is surprisingly easy for most people, that's $1,200 back in your pocket over a year. That is real money, just from a few simple clicks. Okay, here's another huge money saver: learning to tame the impulse buy. The trick is something called the 24-hour rule. It's simple. Anytime you want to buy something that isn't an essential, just wait 24 hours. This little pause gives your rational brain a chance to catch up and ask, do I really need this? And trust me, most of the time, the answer is going to be no. And the quick wins don't stop there. Eating out, especially when you add in delivery fees, can literally drain hundreds from your account every month. So cooking more at home, that's a total game changer. Same thing goes for switching to store brands at the grocery store, or just planning your errands to save on gas. These are small changes with a big, big impact. So cutting expenses is awesome for a quick boost, but long-term success, that comes from building systems that do the work for you. This next phase is all about creating smart habits that make saving totally automatic, so you don't even have to think about it. And here are 2 of the most powerful habits you can build. First, automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account for the day you get paid. Even if it's just $50, you will save money without even trying. And second, try using cash for your variable spending categories, like groceries or entertainment. I mean, it is just so easy to swipe or tap a card without really feeling the purchase, right? If you find your debit or credit card spending kind of gets out of control sometimes, then this cash habit, it's going to be your secret weapon. This is the psychology behind why it's so effective. When you have to physically pull out the cash, hand it over, and watch your wallet get thinner, it just registers differently in your brain. You become way more mindful and intentional with every single purchase. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful way to get your spending under control. Okay, so you're tracking, you're cutting, and you're building habits. That is fantastic. But if you really want to put this whole thing into overdrive, there's one more lever to pull: boosting your income. This is how you go from just saving to truly accelerating your financial goals. I mean, this chart really says it all. Think about it. There's a limit to how much you can cut from your budget, but there is no limit to how much you can earn. Even a small side income can dramatically speed up your savings way, way beyond what just cutting expenses can do. This is how you really get ahead. And look, this doesn't have to be some super complicated thing. Think about things you could start like this weekend: driving for a food delivery service, using a skill you already have to freelance online, selling stuff you don't need anymore, or even just picking up a simple part-time job. An extra few $100s a month makes a massive difference.